Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hardcore Wrestling Federation, the HWF. Hello everyone, I'm your commentator MJ. We are coming to you live all the way in the other part of the world. As I'm being told, we're coming to you live from Miami, Florida. And no love lost for the It couple tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall on his way to the ring. The team of the Miz and Maryse. Well, the ring announcers are a little mixed up tonight. On their way to the ring, the Miz and Maryse, the It couple, has arrived. Well, these fans here in the Hardcore Wrestling Federation do not love the It couple one bit. Well, can you blame them? The Miz, a former ACW World Heavyweight Champion, but he's a former ACW Women's World Champion. Threw one of her competition right off the cage, which was none other than Zoey Stark. After that incident, the It couple has been receiving no love loss from these fans here tonight, here in Miami. Yeah, well, don't forget, this is the Mixed Match Tag Team Tournament as we're kicking it off tonight with Lita and her mystery partner. We have no idea who Lita signed over, but we're going to find out right here and now on the HWF. Well, who could it possibly be? All right, now, though, here comes Lita. And already a Hall of Famer in her own rights. Listen to the crowd showing their love for Lita tonight. My goodness. And their opponents first, from Stamford, North Carolina, Lita! Lita, a Hall of Famer. We know the LWO is in the Mixed Match Tag Team Tournament, and they'll be taking on Joker and Panther. Yeah, well, don't forget, Joker and Panther have been on a roll in HCW's record books, because Joker was the former ACW World Heavyweight Champion. Panther did vow someday her and Joker will be champions in the HWF. But who's her partner? And what the? Another Hall of Famer. I know who that is. It's Rick Steiner. And her partner, representing the Steiner brothers, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 255 pounds, Rick Steiner. The dog-faced gremlin is assigned to the HWF. It looks like Cole's mom has struck again by signing that man, Rick Steiner. Well, after winning the 8-man Battle Royal, we had no idea what show Rick Steiner was coming to, and it looks like Cole's mom has signed a Hall of Famer and a legend in the form of that man, the legendary Rick Steiner. Oh, the dog-faced gremlin assigned over to the HWF. While his son, Braun Breaker, is still in the ACW roster, who knows what could happen for that young man in the near future. We're going to find out sooner or later. But in the meantime, match underway as Maryse, resorting to her dirty tactics like she knows how, and getting right in the face of the Hall of Famer Lita. Whoa, look out! Flapjack by Lita in the early goings. And folks, earlier tonight, Asuka was out here earlier, made it her announcement known. And folks, she was still speaking in a different language, but look, we had a translator earlier tonight, and it was just announced that Asuka will be getting a shot at the HWF Women's Hardcore Championship against Bianca Belair. Well, I'll be a son of a gun. Looks like Asuka wants to be the HWF Women's Hardcore Champion once again. Luckily, Asuka spoke a little English afterwards, kicked the translator out of the ring, and was revealed that sooner or later, Bianca Belair will know what hardcore really is what she said. Yeah, not that bad. And a matchup made for Las Vegas in your house 8 at the Adventure Dome. Oh my God! Rick Steiner just powerbombed the Miz out of the ring. Flying shoulder tackle, but nobody home. Looks like Lita wants a little retribution after losing the 8 Divas Battle Royal last month. But can you blame her? She felt a little embarrassed after being eliminated by Asuka. and will do whatever it takes to win this mixed match tag team tournament and meet whoever from TNW will be next week into the semifinals. Yeah, well, don't forget, folks, is that, and I think as far as I do know, whoever is in the semifinals from TNW's side, we already know that it's going to be intensifying next week as the winners of both sides, as we already know that it's going to be a big one. MIP, and of course, Mighty Molly and the Hurricane are scheduled to compete next week on TNW, which will reveal who's going to the finals and will be at TNW Las Vegas in your House 8. Well, the winners of this match will fight next week here on HWF in the semifinals. And whoever wins coming up later on, coming up next, will meet either one of these teams in the semifinals. Yeah, but don't forget, folks. Whoa, what the? Folks, we gotta take a break. Don't go anywhere. We got a brawl going on backstage. We'll be right back here, folks. Stay with us. And we're back live, and wait a minute. That's The Rock. Well, he got out of an interview earlier with Shondy. All right, now, though, wait a minute. That's just incredible. And Sabu are fighting in the back. What's going on? Yeah, well, Just Incredible was going right after The Rock, but it looks like Sabu trying to get some retribution on Just Incredible. And what the heck are you doing, Rock? Get the heck off him. That's a legend. Well, don't forget, The Rock's a future Hall of Famer and leading the charge from his family, from the bloodline during Invasion. Now that this Invasion is really is showing a lot of things out of aspect that, whoa, wait a minute, Sabu getting a little retribution on Just Incredible. And I think I know why he's doing it. Yeah, well, don't forget what Justin has been going through with Sabu after 2 years ago. Even last year, no doubt about it. Well, don't forget the suspension was lifted by Cole's mom last month. And now Sabu and The Rock going at it. Sabu trying to fight for the HWF and now turns his attention on that man with a lot of evil intention on his mind. And The Rock, don't do it. Oh my God. Flat over DDT on the concrete. Somebody get back there. Someone break up this fight. They're fighting in the parking lot, all right. And there's an ambulance. It's how fitting. Knowing of what's to come this Sunday night on ACW. Divide and Conquer in Las Vegas, Nevada. No doubt about it. In the ambulance match between none other, from what we're being told, is between our HWF superstar Kane and, of course, 1F members of Imperium. No doubt about it. And The Rock has got Justin up. Now, wait a minute. The Rock just powerbombed Just Incredible into the ambulance. Oh, man. This brawl this invasion is a war. And Sabu pointing up to the heavens, paying homage to his uncle, the original Sheik. Oh, man, The Rock just slammed Sabu right into the ambulance. But Sabu with a DDT on Justin. Just Incredible knocked out. And Sabu got a little retribution on Justin. And now The Rock takes advantage. Man, after the feud between Just Incredible and Sabu really intensifying here. And it looks like this war is far from over. You think? Cole's mom better do something about this war between Just Incredible and Sabu, knowing of what's going on. You think? Due to their complicated history. No doubt about it. They still hate each other to this day, and now The Rock has got Sabu in his sights. The Rock fighting back here. Arya the Brahma Bull, the former HWF World Heavyweight Champion. We still don't know why he's doing this, or even why it's even happening. You'd think Sabu just took out Just Incredible in the early goings, got a little retribution for him and Rob Van Dam. You think? And we know that Lance Storm is off the suspension as well. And we're being told he'll compete later on tonight in our main event. The return of Lance Storm in one-on-one action. Apparently, and Sabu just took out The Rock, and a message delivered from the HWF tenfold back to the Bloodline. Well, a message delivered, but we gotta take it back to the match. The mixed match tag team match between The Miz, Maryse, and Rick Steiner, and of course, none other than Lita. Right now, though, we'll be right back here, folks. Stay with us. We're back live, and it looks like that brawl between Justin Credible and The Rock really got out of hand there. I think I knew why Justin did it, and wait a minute. I was just told it wasn't just The Rock and Justin Credible going at it, but it was Sabu. Sabu. Just my God, Sabu wanted payback on Justin Credible. Oh, Cole's mom just announced it. I just received word just now from the back. Cole's mom and Jenny Wakeman and Commissioner Walter White just announced it at TNW Las Vegas in your house 8 to end the rivalry once and for all between Justin Credible and Sabu in an ambulance match. Oh man, the ambulance match between Sabu and Justin Credible is going to be a war because both guys feel right at home in that environment. No doubt about it. It's hardcore rules. No pinfalls, no submissions, no countouts, and no disqualifications. Well, the only way to win the match is to make sure your opponent is knocked out, placed in the ambulance, and the doors are closed. Well, what a way to make things big for TNW Las Vegas in your house 8. Well, right now, though, Rick Steiner tagged back in as The Miz. It looked like a three-way brawl in the back. Just from the looks of it, Sabu was trying to get a little retribution for what Justin Credible did. Well, can you blame him? It was last year during the backstage brawl when Justin Credible and Sabu went at it. It was over 2 years ago during the final episode of the HWF, and now it looks like Sabu has got a little retribution right there. And no doubt about it, who knows what could happen in that ambulance match between Justin Credible and Sabu. Yeah, well, don't forget, it's hardcore rules. Anything goes. Well, Rick Steiner, in the meantime, has got The Miz on the outside. We know that coming up after this matchup, the LWO, Queen Zelina and Rey Mysterio teaming up against Panther and Joker. And no doubt about it, the winner of that match will receive in the semifinals against the winner of any of these teams. And knowing who's gonna go there first. Yeah, but wait a minute. Lita just brought The Miz back into the ring and avoid the 10 count. We don't know what Lita did that for, but from the looks of it, I think she wanted to avoid a loss for her and Rick Steiner tonight. Can you blame her? You have no idea what that was all about. Look at the leg by Rick Steiner. Is that it? No. Well, the dog-faced gremlin almost had it there. Gonna try again for something else. Into a hip attack on The Miz. Yeah, well. It looks like our interviewer, Shandi, got into an interview with The Rock earlier tonight before the brawl even started. She asked him, why? Why would you do this along with your family? And Rick Steiner and Lita pick up the win. Here are your winners, the team of Lita and Rick Steiner. Well, these two Hall of Famers are in the semifinals next week. And right now, though, folks, I'll give you more details on what happened during the interview, but folks, stick around. Up next, as we already know, the LWO, Queen Zelina, Rey Mysterio, set to take on Panther and Joker. Oh, that matchup is huge, and it's live, and it's next. We're back live here in Miami, and that's one way to pay homage to Eddie. Here comes the LWO. But how about it? Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega, the two members of the LWO. My goodness. What a match this is set out to be. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. On their way to the ring, the team of Zelina Vega and Rey Mysterio, the LWO, the Latino World Order. It's just great enough. Cole's mom not only got the NWO, the New World Order, but now it looks like we have the LWO, the Latino World Order, here on HWF. All right, now though, this is going to be a big-time match tonight in this mixed match tag team tournament. But it still begs the question, what is next for the LWO when they just arrived here at the HWF? Well, we're bound to find out after this mixed match tag team tournament is all said and done, as we wait for the arrival of Joker and Panther. Well, here they come. The Lovebirds on their way to the ring. Joker and Panther. But who knows what could happen in this matchup? My goodness. And their opponents, the team of Panther and Joker. Ring announcer put it best, the team of Panther and Joker. Looks like boyfriend and girlfriend on their way to the ring. Panther, the former HWF Women's Hardcore Champion. She would also love more than anything than to be back in the title hunt and to become champion. But don't forget this. Panther has been kept on saying that sooner or later, her and Joker will be champions of the HWF. Well, the only way to get there is to win this mixed match tag team tournament. And they have to wait until after May to get their title opportunities. Well, for Joker and Panther, it's an opportunity. They do not want to slip away here. And these two lovebirds are going to put it all on the line here, right here and now. And no doubt about it, Joker, on the other hand, former ACW World Heavyweight Champion. And Rey Mysterio may be impressed with this young man's high-flying ability after tonight's all said and done. Yeah, no doubt about it, because Joker has an incredible athleticism that nobody thought they ever see in the HWF. Well, so does Panther at this point. Referee calls the bell, and this one's underway now. Here we go. Panther going to work on Zelina. Well, Zelina coming back here in this fight. The daughter of Savio Vega just nails Panther with a DDT. And Zelina with a big kick right off that corner. Yeah, well, the team of Joker and Panther already giving it their all here tonight in this mixed match tag team tournament. And don't forget, the winners of this match will meet Lita and Rick Steiner in the semifinals. And then next week, and then in a week from, and then coming up at the big event, the winners of that match will meet whoever wins the semifinals for TNW. Back in TNW between IMP and, of course, oh, wait a minute. And folks, we just received word why The Rock did it during that invasion of what's been going on. And there's a tag made back to Panther. And it's just been, The Rock just said it before the brawl even started between him and Justin in the parking lot, that it was just announced The Rock did it because he did it for his family. And after all the disrespect, and now he's blaming it on Colt 412. Yeah, right. Now you want to blame it on Colt 412. That's what you said about his family's hometown, Rock. Well, he said that Colt 412 is nothing more but a root beer drinking loser. And he'll never make it to the big leagues. The ultimate disrespect by The Rock. Panther with the cover gets a 1 count. You know, that disrespect really got the Colt 412 back in TNW. Well, luckily his brother and his family are calming him down. Thank goodness for that. As right now, though, Zelina Vega dominating Panther in the early goings as Panther looked to give it her all here to win here for her and her boyfriend Joker. Well, the winners of this match will meet Rick Steiner and Lita next week on the HWF. It's just, man, though, who knows what could happen when IMP collide with the other winners that made it to the semifinals. which is Mighty Molly and the Hurricane. Yeah, no doubt about it. Mighty Molly and the Hurricane have got a huge task ahead of them as they take on a dangerous hellhound known as Luna. And of course, the TNW World at War champion, Damien Shadows. Yeah, well, Damien Shadows has been on a roll in TNW's record books. But don't forget, Damien Shadows has not been pinned or submitted just yet. We're bound to find out if it's going to happen. Yeah, but right now, though, Rey Mysterio going at it with the Young Gun. And I gotta say, though, Rey Mysterio seems to be impressed with Joker's athletic ability. You think? This kid is a daredevil and a risk taker. Oh, another way to pay homage. Rey Mysterio looking for the trifecta. The Three Amigos paying homage to the late, great Eddie Guerrero. And I think he just told Joker, that's how it's done, kid. That's how it's done. Incredible head scissors. Both Joker and Panther come all the way from Tokyo, Japan. Been through so much together. And Panther right now back in the ring, right where the action has to be with Zelina. But Zelina and Rey Mysterio have been on a dominating path thus far. The Tornado DDT from Zelina Vega. And Panther in trouble. Is that it? No. Yeah, well, Panther in the meantime has better think of something here, because she's getting dissected by the daughter of wrestling legend Savio Vega, Zelina Vega. Yeah, no doubt about it. Zelina with an amazing Frankensteiner goes for the cover. Is that it? No. Left shoulder up at 2.5. Well, the LWO almost had it. Rey Mysterio just made his in-ring comeback last month, lost to his son Dominic. Yeah, well, Dominic disrespected his dad again for the 3rd time. And it's bound to sooner or later end at some place down the road. Yeah, you think? As right now, though, Panther looking for something there, but Zelina reversed it into a chop block and makes the tag back to Rey Mysterio as Joker once again jumping over the top rope. Yeah, well, Rey Mysterio, drop kick to the back, and Joker, whoa! What a way for Joker to get back on his feet there. Yeah, well, Panther down and out on the floor as Rey Mysterio has got Joker in his sights. Cover, is that it? No. The ref counted only 1 there. It was close to a 2 count. Man, what an amazing athleticism we are seeing here thus far. And a big clothesline over the top rope. And man, Panther. Oh my God! A thrust kick hitting both Rey Mysterio and Panther. Now, right now, though, I think the referee's letting it go here. Inadvertently hitting both Rey Mysterio and Panther at the same time. And Joker, oh my God! A big-time swinging neck breaker on the outside. Ref had a 6 count. And Rey Mysterio ought to be impressed with this young man's performance. I'm even shocked the referee didn't call for the bell, didn't call for the disqualification. Well, he's letting it go there for now. And it looks like our senior official pulling his job down the line as he sees it. Yeah, well, Rey Mysterio in the meantime tagging back in Zelina, but Panther's got to think of something here because Zelina's dominating her in this fight. Yeah, no doubt about it. Springboard Bulldog from behind by Zelina Vega. And Zelina. Oh, Zelina! Her patented finishing maneuver. Cover. Is that it? No. Panther got the left shoulder up, and the LWO can't believe it. Oh, you're dang right, this is tag team wrestling. Rey needs to get out of the ring. Referee beginning his count. Rey Mysterio needs to get out. And referee counting. And a 5 count, and it's a disqualification. It's been... Whoa! Let's go to our ring announcer. Ladies and gentlemen, as a result of Rey Mysterio get too exhausted in the ring, therefore the referee has declared a disqualification. And here are your winners by a disqualification, Joker and Panther. Will Joker and Panther meet Rick Steiner and, of course, Lita in the semifinals? Right now, though, folks, coming up next, Batgirl puts the HWF Women's Championship on the line, and we're being told it's an open challenge to anybody from ACW who wants to get out of ACW. Or anybody in particular. Well, whoever it is, good luck, because that matchup is huge, and it's live, and it's next. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the HWF Women's Championship. You heard right from the ring announcer. HWF Women's title on the line. And I know who accepted the challenge. It's Zoe Stark. Well, she had so many opportunities at the ACW Women's World title, but lost. And speaking of this Sunday night, we're being told from the floor that if Zoe Stark loses here tonight, then she's got a huge opponent, a mystery opponent that's been officially signed over to the ACW roster. Well, whoever it is, who knows what could happen. If Zoe Stark loses here tonight, then she's got to face off against a newcomer coming to ACW. Coming up this Sunday in Las Vegas, Nevada for ACW Divide and Conquer. Well, to whoever it is, good luck this Sunday night. Well, for Zoe Stark's case, she's desperate. She wants to be the champion any way she can here. Well, the only way to get that is she has to win this matchup against the dominating HWF Women's Champion Batgirl tonight. Well, here comes the Bat family, it looks like, because it looks like Batgirl is not coming out alone. Well, from the looks of it, it looks like Batgirl brought some backup with her tonight. Right before a huge matchup, because it's just been announced, folks. The HWF Hardcore Championship will be on the line, as we're being told. We know that the Monster Abyss is scheduled to defend his Hardcore title against somebody new, officially signed over to the HWF roster. Well, to whoever it is, good luck. Well, here comes Batgirl. Looks like Batman had something else on his mind. Didn't feel like coming out here tonight. Well, can you blame him? The man was a former multiple-time HWF World Heavyweight Champion. And don't forget, a former GWE World Heavyweight Champion. Don't forget, he's still the champion on the record books for now. But who knows what could happen. That's right now, though. The Bat family, already two-time HWF Tag Team Champions. Well, Batgirl is the HWF Women's Champion, no doubt about that. Robin, a former HWF European Champion. And don't forget, Nightwing and Batgirl won 2 years ago on the last Mixed Match Tag Team Tournament. Yeah, no doubt about it here. Because from the looks of it, Nightwing, on the other hand, must have gave some instructions to Batgirl on what to do tonight against the challenger, Zoe Stark. Well, the Bat family, on the other hand, knows what it's all about here in the HWF. They are already the most dominating champions in HWF history. Well, don't forget, they held on to the titles for months until that title reign came to an end thanks to the Impact players. And we know that coming up later on, our main event, actually, we want to apologize, folks. The Monster Abyss will not put the Hardcore title on the line because the tag titles will be decided next week, along with the Hardcore Championship, including the HWF European title, and most of all, the HWF Women's World Tag Team titles. Next week here in the HWF. Well, that's a big-time news there. Hardcore title, European Championship, and the HWF Women's World Tag Team titles will be decided, including the tag titles. Knowing Asuka will meet the HWF Women's Hardcore Champion Bianca Belair. Let's go to our ring announcer between the challenger and the La Champion. Introducing the challenger from Las Vegas, Nevada, Zoe Stark. And her opponent from Gotham City, New Jersey, she is the HWF Women's Champion, Batgirl. Well, here we go, folks. The HWF Women's Championship on the line here. Yet though we already know that Gon and Killua are scheduled to defend their World Tag Team Championships against the Straw Hat Pirates on Roa Noah Zoro and of course Sanjay. And we're being told that matchup will be a special guest referee match. Well, who knows what could happen in that matchup. And Colt 412 without an opponent for the big event, but who knows what could happen right down the road. And we're bound to find out sooner or later. As Zoe building the offense in early goings, she knows what it's all about here. She wants to be the champion, but Batgirl trying to ruin Zoe Stark's night and prevent that one from happening. Yeah, but don't forget, if Zoe loses here tonight, then she has to take on a mystery opponent against somebody new coming to the ACW roster. We have no idea who it is, but we're going to find out. Because we're being told if Zoe wins here tonight, then the only person replacing Zoe is Valhalla. Well, Valhalla, on the other hand, knows what that's all about when it comes down to match situations like that. Yeah, but Zoe, on the other hand, is getting another title opportunity in this open challenge. And Batgirl will be hosting this open challenge because we're being told Batgirl is trying to give everyone in the ACW roster an opportunity to get out of ACW and get an HWF contract. Well, what an opportunity. The only way to get there is by defeating the champion in order to make that happen. Well, for Zoe Stark's case, she wants to get out of ACW and given the opportunity of a lifetime. And don't forget, Zoe Stark was a former FSW Women's World Champion last I checked. Former FSW Women's Champion in her own rights. And Batgirl again, after those martial arts shots, goes for the cover. Is that it? No. Only gets a 1 count, says our senior official. And listen to the crowd here in Miami, Florida. Loving this one thus far. Yeah, no doubt about it. These fans here in Miami having a good time. And The Rock just got embarrassed in his hometown after what Sabu did to him. You think? Like just incredible. And Sabu will meet in the ambulance match after they fought in the ambulance. Looks like Cole's mom has spotted a matchup opportunity to end the rivalry once and for all between Sabu and Just Incredible in an ambulance match. Yeah, well, don't forget, Karrion Kross will meet Jimmy Uso in a casket match. And don't forget, there are no rules in that match, plain and simple. There will be no countouts, no disqualifications, no pinfalls, no submissions. The only way to win the match on both sides is to place your opponent in the ambulance and shut the doors. And for the casket, the only way to win the match is to place your opponent in there, inside the casket, and more importantly, to close the lid. Well, it's the only way to win. But for Batgirl, trying to survive here, knowing her championship's on the line. She's won the championship on numerous occasions. And right now, though, oh my God! Batgirl with a suicidal crossbody over the top rope, landing on Zoe Starks. Yeah, well, Zoe in trouble as Zoe got caught into a big clothesline right on the outside. And her cape already has not come off. And a martial arts shot on Zoe Stark. Referee at a 6 count. Referee at 7. Referee at 8. And Batgirl wisely bringing this one back to the ring. And oh my God, going right for the injured knee of Zoe Stark. Well, that brace says it all. Probably has a bit of knee injuries. Just, oh my God. Batgirl out of desperation trying to survive here. Whoa. Zoe with a big right hand on the champion. And already coming back here in this fight of what's on the line. Batgirl playing by the rules, playing it simple any way she can. Probably learned something from Batman's arsenal tonight. Robin jumping over the steel steps for a reason. And don't forget, Robin, on the other hand, will have a huge title defense coming up next week, along with Nightwing of what's on the line. No doubt about it. Over the right hand again, but Zoe with a springboard cross body off the second rope. It looks like Zoe's not going to give up on what's on the line here. The opportunity to try to become champion, and most of all, to get out of ACW. And Batgirl now in trouble And it looks like her mask is taking so much damage. You think? All right, now, though, it looks like her mask is taking tremendous damage in there. And from the looks of it, Zoe Stark pummeling the champion. And a drop kick out to the floor right in front of Robin and Nightwing. Well, she better be careful not to hit those two, or that will result of a disqualification. Yeah, well, our senior official watching over this matchup, plain and simple here. Well, Batgirl from behind has had enough. Uh-oh. And a martial arts shot to the head. Cover. 2. And Batgirl is still the HWF Women's Champion. What a win for the champ. Here's your winner, and still HWF Women's Champion, Batgirl! Batgirl walking out of Miami, still the champion, and already receiving a huge ovation. And folks, coming up next, the in-ring return of Lance Storm. We're being told it's a hardcore match against the Monster Abyss. Well, like I said, folks, Monster Abyss will not defend the hardcore title until next week, but he is here in one-on-one action against Lance Storm, and it's live, and it's next. And we are back live here for this hardcore match, and here comes the Monster Abyss, the hardcore champion, once again. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a hardcore match. Making his way to the ring from parts unknown, weighing in at 350 pounds, he is the HWF Hardcore Champion, the Monster Abyss. Well, the Monster Abyss, scheduled to defend his hardcore title next week, we've been told. We're being told it's against the best cop in the world, the Batman. Well, if I were Batman, I'd be careful. But don't forget, Batman's been in hardcore matches before. He's been inside Punjabi prison 2 times, one with The Undertaker, and one with his arch enemy, Chimera Z28. Yeah, no doubt about it. He's even been inside Hell in a Cell, and has competed in different types of matches throughout his illustrious career. Yeah, no doubt about it. As the Monster Abyss, already waiting for the arrival, knowing it's a hardcore match, against this man, the return of Lance Storm. And his opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 231 pounds, Lance Storm! Lance Storm back on the HWF roster after when Dawn Marie and Lance Storm and Justin Credible paid off the suspension. I guess the suspension really didn't teach much of the Impact players a lesson. After when Justin Credible made the attack on The Rock. But Sabu wasn't even through yet. Actually, we're being told that Justin Credible was doing this for the HWF. Yeah, but Sabu is still upset at Justin Credible. Doesn't know if he can be trusted. Well, can you blame him? And right now, though, Lance Storm, the sign of the Impact players, already in the ring and fired up and ready to go. And don't forget, Lance Storm was a former HWF European Champion. And on the other hand, a former HWF Tag Team Champion as well. Yeah, no doubt about it. At his war with the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman, late last year. And who knows when that big monster will return. We're bound to find out sooner or later. As right now, though, the Monster Abyss scheduled to square off with Lance Storm tonight. Referee calls the bell, and this one's underway right now. Here we go. And a leaping elbow drop to the spine on Abyss, and it looks like Lance Storm is pummeling that big monster. Yeah, well, the Monster Abyss not going to put up with it. And Abyss with a bear hug on Storm. And right now, the Lance Storm escaping it. Claps to the head, trying to escape the bear hug. But the big man sending Storm over the top rope. Yeah, well, don't forget the Monster Abyss is familiar with this environment. When the best guy in the world, the Batman, will receive a HWF Hardcore title shot coming up next week with that big monster. Yeah, well, Batman needs a championship, all right, and he's getting the Hardcore title shot. Well, it's an opportunity for Batman to add another championship to his resume. Already a former multiple-time HWF World Heavyweight Champion. And he was still the GWE World Heavyweight Champion, no less. Yeah, no doubt about it. Because Lord knows when GWE will be back on the air. But who knows what could happen. Yeah, no doubt about it, as the Monster Abyss has got Lance Storm in his sights. Slamming Storm's head off the top turnbuckle. And a big clothesline on Storm by that big monster. Cover of the match. Is that it? No. Gets a 1 count. Well, the Monster Abyss. Luckily, it's an untitled match. I had to apologize on the mix-up of the match cards tonight, folks. The main event is brought to you in part by Water Street Pizzeria. If you're ever in Las Vegas, Nevada, or downtown Henderson, check out Water Street Pizzeria and try the gluten-free pizza. As Colt 412 promises, satisfaction guaranteed. And by Gordy Gameplay Reacts, Spider-Man Reacts. For more great wrestling content, superhero content like Star Wars, Redeem of the Force, Chapter 5th, coming soon, and of course GWE Wrestling, coming back soon in May, check out Gordy Gameplay Reacts, Spider-Man Reacts. And right now, though, Lance Storm coming back here on this fight, drop-kicking the Monster Abyss right in the face, and sending that big monster over the top rope. Yeah, well, don't forget, Storm is a hardcore specialist, been in this matchup before. Yeah, no doubt about it. He's been in hardcore matches throughout his illustrious career, way back in the real ECW days. And there's the sleeper hold. And the Monster Abyss escaped it into an incredible jawbreaker. And the Monster Abyss with a Gorilla Press Slam. Man, the Gorilla Press Slam did the damage. And right now, though, the Monster Abyss, oh my God, slamming Storm spine first right off that apron. Oh, last year's hardcore matchup was a classic between Hollywood Hogan and, of course, Monkey D. Luffy, when Luffy put Hogan right through the ladder. It was a war zone, all right. And the fans here in Miami want tables. Oh, the Monster Abyss escaping that sleeper hold again into a jawbreaker. Looking for something there, but it looks like Storm countered it. Knife edge chop, no. Leaping neckbreaker by Abyss, and oh my God! As Abyss landed that leaping neckbreaker, he landed spine first off the kendo stick. Well, that big monster ain't gonna give up. Powerbomb on Storm. Big right hand by the Monster Abyss. Trying to ruin Lance Storm's comeback a little early tonight, you think? And it's Snake Eyes off the barricade. Uh-oh. Guitar shot. Paying homage to Jeff Jarrett in his real TNA wrestling days. Cover, is that it? 2. No. It's just blow. Paying homage to Jeff Jarrett with that guitar shot right in the face of Lance Storm. Yeah, well, Lance Storm got mad after taking that guitar shot right in the head of the Monster Abyss. And again, Storm with that drop kick, knocking Abyss right off his feet there. More likely taking him down right off his back. And the Monster Abyss never got off his feet. An inverted version of the Dominator, paying homage to Ron Simmons, a.k.a. Farouk. Man, the Monster Abyss had it there. Looking for another weapon. Oh, he's got the chair. Abyss wants to use the chair. And Abyss with a chair shot right to the head of Lance Storm. And one to the leg. Another shot. Leaping neckbreaker. Storm countered it into a kick to the face. I thought that guitar shot would have been it. But somehow Storm countered it. An inverted knee to the face. Cover. Is that all she wrote? No. Abyss got the left shoulder up at 2.5. I just can't believe Storm had it won there. and throwing the kendo stick, paying homage to his tag partner and friend. Just incredible. Yeah, but that neck breaker, amazing one in fact, did the damage. And sending Abyss into the garbage can. Well, Abyss got sent into that garbage can. And now Abyss has got something else on his mind. Launching Storm like a rag doll. Because don't forget, hardcore matches mean anything goes. Yeah, but where's he going now? Oh, you heard the fans earlier. They want tables. And Abyss is happy to oblige. As he threw the table at Storm's face. And Abyss, spinning powerbomb, did the damage. Cover. And the Monster Abyss picks up the win in embarrassing Storm tonight. Here's your winner, the Monster Abyss. What a win for that big man right there. Can he take out the best guy in the world next week, or will Batman add another title to his resume? We'll find out for sure, folks. Next week here on the HWF, the semifinals are filled for TNW and the HWF. And we're out of time here from Miami, Florida. We want to thank you all so much for tuning in. I've been your commentator, MJ. We'll see you all next time. Good fight. Good night. And thanks for joining us. Oh my God, what a night. What a night here live. All the way from Miami, Florida for the HWF, the Hardcore Wrestling Federation.